The Battle of the Generations, Volume 3, Tashana Higgins, MVP for the GTA All-Stars. Talk about the game. I mean, just even being a part of this and how good it felt to be out there today.
It was amazing. You know, we have a great group of ladies on both ends, and you know, we start to come out here and have fun. You know, give something for the fans.
All right, we have the MVP of the Running Me versus Vaughn game, Dwayne Smith. How you doing, Dwayne?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Congratulations. How did it feel out there? You look like you haven't skipped a beat, man. You were excellent out there tonight.
I feel good. I actually feel better knowing that I was playing with my teammates from Running Me. You know, it's been a while since I've seen them, and this event was made me fortunate to see them. So I'm more happy about that.
All right, my man, Adika Peter McNeely. Adika, you got the MVP. You didn't win the game, but you played well, man. Just talk about being here and part of this big event, Battle of the Generations, Volume 3.
It's amazing, you know, like half these guys you don't really see throughout the year, guys you went to high school with, guys who you looked up to in the neighborhood. So just to get to play with one game, one last time, it feels good, you know, play with your friends that you grew up with and your idols.
On point in the building, Battle of the Generations, Volume 3. Special guest right here, my man Javon Shepard. Now, for those who don't know, talk about some of the tradition of West Hill. Who are some of the guys that obviously you looked up to, and obviously you mentored coming after you as well?
You know, there was Denham Brown that was there 1 year. Roderick Ramsey, probably the most notable name out of West Hill, Rowan Barrett. The tradition.
Ducky,
big up Ducky. Yeah, traditions. You know, it's a big tradition out there, and you know, we have a lot of young guys that are still playing. Kyle Johnson, Ashton Smith, you know, Calmar Morgan. So, I mean, the list goes on, and you know, we're going to continue growing. Shout out West Hill, shout out all the young guys coming out. You know, shout out all the vets, and hopefully see you guys again next year.
All right, good to see my man, Kareem Griffin. Another Battle of the Generations in the clear. What a day. The planning must have been crazy. Overall, how happy are you with the event?
You know, we're really satisfied with how everything went. You know, we started off a little bit shaky with, you know, just getting everything started. But once the ball got thrown up in the first game, you know, everything was great. You know, everybody enjoyed themselves. The fans came out, and, you know, they got to see 5 good games, you know.
The women's game, GTA took that one, and then we saw some classic games. But it's more than just playing basketball. You look at all the people out here now, they're not leaving, they're mingling, they're networking, they're reconnecting. Is that kind of the kind of message that you want from the Battle of Generations?
Oh, of course. I mean, this is like a reunion for basketball. You know, like a lot of these schools, you know, they're legendary, you know, and they've done great things in the basketball community, and, you know, they've been the pioneers to start things where the kids are now going to the States, but they had to start here. And, you know, just seeing a lot of these guys and they're connecting, you know, most of these guys have played against each other 10, 15 years before they stopped playing. So, you know, it's nothing for them to just relive this for themselves.
Right, there you have my man Kareem Griffin, In Charge Sports and Entertainment, getting it done. Kerr Hall, the 3rd, Volume 3, Battle of the Generations. And that's a wrap, folks. See you next year.